Mr. Ali Ali, founder and vice president at Vision Care Association, owner of Optic Ali, optometrist at the University Medical Center of the Lebanese University, honors Bachelor degree of Science in Optics and Optometry from the Lebanese University, Masters in Business Administration from the Lebanese International University. رح أترك المايك لعلي هو يعرف عن دكتور. المايك لك علي. علي ما عم نسمعك، إذا عم تحكي ما عم نسمعك علي. الفويس منه واضح. علي إذا فيك تجرب تحكي، وإذا ما عم يمشي الحال رح أضطر إنه أنا أعرف على دكتور ناكوزي كرمال ما نتأخر. اوكي علي، بتمنى انك تظبط الصوت خلال فترة المحاضرة. بنكون نحن عرفنا على دكتور ناكوزي. Today's topic is to be given by optometrist, Doctor of Entrepreneurship and Strategist, Dr. Gilbert Nacouzi. Dr. Nacouzi has over 20 years of experience in building and managing eye care business models. He is the owner of Optic and serves as the editor-in-chief at the Optical Forum.
مش الحال إذا بدك.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So Dr. Nacouzi completed his bachelor degree in optometry in Lebanon and his business studies in the US, where he studied strategy and innovation at Harvard Business School, led an MBA, Masters of Business Administration with a concentration in healthcare management at Marylhurst University, and DBA, Doctorate of Business Administration and Research in Business Administration at Columbia Southern University. Dr. Nacouzi has published several articles discussing topics relevant to succeeding in the entrepreneurship ladder. Today, he is expected to discuss with participant marketing in eye care and show some of the ideas throughout history, as well as the latest ideas that characterize this field. In the 50-minute session, he will also highlight additional required and optional skills to master and succeed in building competitive advantage and sustainable growth and profitability using effective marketing strategy. Now, without further ado, we'll turn over to Dr. Gilbert Nacouzi.
Good evening, everyone. Here's Dr. Gilbert Nacouzi, and I am honored to be presenting to such a wonderful audience, especially on this special occasion. I guess this is the last day of the World Optometry Week. And from what I have learned during the past decade studying and researching in entrepreneurship, business administration, and healthcare management, many managers and practice owners confound marketing with sales. And I know that because many among you think that marketing should be assigned to a marketing specialist or a dedicated department inside the organization. And let me start by sharing my screen so that you can follow with the presentation. Okay, so many think that marketing should be outsourced or dedicated to a special department inside the organization, and which duty would be to put a strategy and execute it in one way or another. And all we have to do as eye care professionals whether we are opticians, optometrists, or even ophthalmologists, is get to tell them about the budget for the marketing campaign, and that's it. Now, to me, this is not an approach that has to be encouraged, especially among private practices and independent practitioners. And I prefer that the eye care professional becomes directly involved for two reasons, technical and social. And from a technical point of view, there are four reasons we do marketing. The first one is we do marketing because we want to understand the marketplace we operate in. The second one is that we do marketing because it allows us to know where we are heading and the future position of the company. The third reason is we do marketing in order to discover the customer segments that we can serve best and that are most profitable to us, among others. The fourth technical reason we do marketing is to direct sales and as to whom they should be selling products and services and what tools they should be employing to accomplish this task. Now, from a social point of view, we think of marketing as a humanistic subject. The word marketing has only been around for 100 years, and there have been markets, there have been marketplaces like the Agora in the ancient Greeks, as well as trade. Now, trade was there even at the beginning of the humanity. And but the word marketing is relatively new, and every day we are still discovering new findings and new definitions that emerge as to what extent marketing is central and essential to business and entrepreneurship, as well as to our lives and the lifestyles that it has created and affected and our thinking during the past century. Now, as I go through the presentation, those reasons for doing marketing, whether technical or social, will become more obvious to you. And for now, just keep in mind that whether you are a student, a private practice owner, an employer, or an employee, marketing is not just selling. It's way more than that. It's about value creation, investment. It's about caring for the society, looking after the worries and concerns of the customers. And it's one of the most viable pillars for any organization of human beings, as well as it's about the embracement of technology and how it incorporates in our daily lives. Now, for that, if we look at the origins and the roots of marketing, it all goes back to more than 600 years before Christ, with the emergence of rhetoric, the days of Plato and Aristotle. Now, Aristotle used rhetoric and persuasion that he brought from sophists, who were the creators of these means of communicating to an audience and pushing them towards a certain behavior. And Aristotle used these rhetoric rules to build something more structured and more disciplined based on academia and scholar. And that was, again, 600 years before Christ. And during the 5 past centuries, we can think of a series of firsts. One of these, for example, is the first department store in history that was in Japan. The Mitsui family in the 1650 built the first department store. They still operate and own department stores up to our present days. Now, the first newspaper ad was in England in the 1657, and it was an ad for coffee, and so on. The first marketing research department in the 1911. Now, the beginning of the 1900 witnessed the writing and publishing of the first marketing books that were actually written by economists. So you can think of marketing that is technically a branch of economy. Now, the books that I currently use to teach in an executive program are actually written by a finance guy, in which we put a lot of emphasis on the value that marketing creates to shareholders and stakeholders, in a way that we have long stopped thinking about marketing as an expense, but it has rather become an investment. And while the early marketers factored a single factor, which was price, in thinking about marketing, and as price goes down, demand goes up, and as price goes up, demand goes down. For us now, we factor into more complex variables, and from that stems different forms of marketing that are not just restricted to advertising commercial products and services, but it has broadened its aspect in a way. And for you as eye care professionals, you may easily find yourself at any time marketing for any one of these forms, just like you market for the products we sell. For example, we have place marketing. If you want to market a place, you might want to build a university there, a factory or an amusement park, which dresses up the place and makes it attractive against all of the other competitive places. And that applies to your practice. What location you choose, what surface you try to occupy, how you dress it up, how you furnish it, what displays you use, what would you do to make the customer feel comfortable and convey specific messages and bring about certain experiences. You might be working on person marketing. You want to market yourself, put yourself on the stage rather than in the front row. You want to appear in the top TV shows in order to get high visibility and get noticed. You want, in a sense, to become a better version of yourself and a better product. And as an eye care professional, getting noticed is something very important. You have also social marketing. Social marketing is about trying to convince people to become healthier, eat healthy, drink healthy, stop smoking, say no to tobacco, say no to sugar, no to computer screens. Prevent your kids from using smartphones for long hours. Get to play outside. You are, in a way, when doing social marketing, you are instructing people to do positive and negative behaviors. You want to celebrate days with them. For example, World Women Day, World Pistachio Day, World Optometry Day, Glaucoma Day, and so on. Fighting obesity, preserving vision, and certainly other eye health observances. That was social marketing. Now, political marketing, we're soaked with, especially here in Lebanon, and I think that it has degenerated, but that's another subject and that's another story. But nevertheless, you can replace it by trying to make an impact in the eye care community, bring up awareness and advocacy by becoming ambassador for a specific cause, like providing better eye care, writing and advocating for specific policies, lobbying for a better educational system, advocating for postgraduate degrees, continuing education, training, increasing the scope of the practice of optometry, etc. Now, fundraising also is another form of marketing. You can use crowdfunding, for example, in all its aspects: reward-based crowdfunding, donation-based crowdfunding, equity-based crowdfunding, or interest-based crowdfunding. It helps you raise money to a specific project, and you encourage participants, we call them backers, to become advocates and ambassadors to your project. Now, I have spent a few minutes on this slide on purpose and the list of forms of marketing to show you in one way or another that all of us do marketing. Whether it is communication, persuasion, economy of supply and demand, finance, investment, and valuation, strategy to competing over a project, competing over a job, or competing over a customer, maybe getting a bank loan, trying to impress any person or any member of the opposite sex. This is the basic instinct that we possess as social animals to establish ourselves in our environment. So in a nutshell, this is what marketing is all about. And for what we will see next in the presentation is that marketing, especially during and after the pandemic, has largely been affected by its social part. And of course, the enabler for this part was technology. And unlike previous eras, it is happening much faster due to the involvement of technology. And from that, I would like to carry on with a social theory, the notion of generational cohorts, and that is a concept of that has its roots in social sciences. Now, the concept of generation cohort theory is well taken into consideration in marketing and management as well. But while team building and workplace management concern 4-generation cohorts, marketing to consumers and patients concerns all 5-generation cohorts. And the generation cohort theory proposes that a generation of individuals that share the same political, economic, and social events during early stages of life will develop a similar set of beliefs, values, and behavior. In other words, generations sponsor the idea that people in a specific age group have the propensity to share a distinct set of beliefs, attitudes, values, and behaviors, since they all grew up and come of age during a particular era or a period in history. And not mentioning the silent generation, which was born between 1928 and 1945, the 5-generation cohorts include the baby boomers, Generation X, millennials, we call them also Generation Y, Generation Z, and Generation Alpha. Now, baby boomers are the cohort that was born between 1946 and 1964, and it consists of the largest generation that remains alive. It is a critical segment of consumers that have been preceded by traditionalists or silent generation up to the year 1946, and baby boomers are getting eclipsed by millennials. And eye care professionals have been working with baby boomers for the last 70 years, and there isn't a product or eye care service that they did not offer to them. Now, baby boomers have particular characteristics. They are traditional in nature, and they embraced every aspect of the 21st century marketing. And most of baby boomers have accumulated enough wealth that they enjoyed or are enjoying in their retirement. They spend most of their time reading and prefer computers and laptops over mobile phones to get information and read about their news. They perfectly use mobile phones, but for texting. They rarely use apps for shopping. They learned how to use social media to network and engage with friends and family members, especially grandchildren, but they hardly respond to social media ads. Perhaps the best we can learn about baby boomers is that they are loyal to brands, and they used all their life those brands, and they have the money to still buy and use them. Now, Generation X are generally defined as people born between 1965 and 1980, and Generation X is the demographic cohort following the baby boomers and preceding millennials. And Generation X age between 42 and 57, which makes them the ultimate presbyopic generation, but also the first generation and the first cohort to learn to use computers, tablets, and smartphones. Generation X are beginning to take on leadership and executive positions that are from baby boomers who are getting retired. And eye care providers and professionals have been involved in consulting Generation X for over 40 years so far, and they have learned a lot from them. Generation X are often portrayed as the neglected middle child squeezed between two generations, the baby boomers and the millennials, and they have common traits with both cohorts. The most important thing they have in common with the millennials is that they embrace the digital world and social media in particular from all its aspects. They significantly contributed to creating the current digital world we live in. They have brought the most valuated startups, the most used platforms, the most visited websites, and the most current social media like Facebook, Instagram, and other platforms, and the most important marketplaces like Amazon. The characteristics of Generation X include being self-sufficient, result-oriented, hard working, and quiet achievers. They embrace entrepreneurship at large. They are independent thinkers, and they are well educated and lifelong learners. They value diversity. They incorporate fun in workplace. They are accepting and inclusive of others. However, they change jobs more than baby boomers, and they value being challenged and pride themselves in taking responsibility at the same time. Generation X embraced all aspects of technology, including digital and social media. They adapt, and they readily accept change in the workplace, in the market, and in the environment. They are excellent spenders and love life. Unlike baby boomers, they are online shoppers. They read reviews, they visit more opinion sites, and any other generation, more other than the Generation X, might not read and review like the Xers. And around half of them are motivated to make a purchase by coupons and discounts. They value constructive feedback and look at it from a different angle to provide well-elaborate solutions and discussions. Now, Generation X are independent thinkers and achievers who dislike micromanagement, and they prefer hands-off management style because they like to accomplish things on their own terms. The second generation is or the third generation are millennials, or Generation Y. The millennials comprise of those who were born between 1981 and 1996, whose age is between 26 and 41 years old. And millennials span almost 2 decades, making it the larger cohort, larger than the Generation X. And they include people who are at graduate school and early career, as well as older ones who fill executive positions like senior managers, established startups, entrepreneurs, and executives. Now, managers and marketers need to take into consideration and into account the large extent of the cohort of millennials and its non-homogeneous nature to come up with appropriate marketing solutions and appropriate marketing strategies to target each sub-cohort in the cohort of millennials. And millennials are characterized by being the largest demographic group overall. They are well-educated, technology savvy. They rapidly adopt new technologies. They are idealistic and socially conscious, and they benefit from every experience to make a difference in the world. They are the greenest consumers, and among others, they are the most to seek to make ethical buying choices. Millennials are extremely cynical when it comes to commercial advertising. They value honesty, they value integrity and respect, and as well as authenticity, and want their voice to be heard at every occasion. Millennials experience the offers offered by brands, and they are influenced by brands ambassadors. They are advocates. They are also influenced by influencers, and especially they are mostly influenced by their peers. Millennials invest a large amount of their time on researching and comparing products before making their decision to purchase. And their buying decisions are significantly also influenced by loyalty cards. More than 40% of millennials hold loyalty cards and are subscribed to loyalty programs. Now, Generation Z, like baby boomers, Generation X and millennials, Generation Z have their own taste and view of the world that influence their buying decisions. They expect to receive an exceptional treatment, making it hard to capture and maintain their attention. Generation Z bounce quickly between technology devices, and marketers must be quick in attracting their attention, transmitting the right message to them, and making a call for action and finalizing the purchase in a very short period of time. They bounce quickly between digital devices but they master using all of them, whether they are computers, tablets, smartphones, or wearables. So when we try to build a marketing strategy for Generation Z, the first thing we think about is to optimize the experience among all the devices. And Generation Z is the first generation who has never experienced the word before digital existed. So they are the first digital native generation. And for this reason, marketing to Generation Z is preferably done by their peers, the Generation Z individuals who know what they value, how they think, who are their heroes, and what influences their decision. They need to be influenced in under 8 seconds. For Generation Z, brand loyalty is not important. They value quality more than they value loyalty. They are extremely influenced by their family members and friends, and they post a lot of creative, original content on social media, especially Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Their creativity demonstrated in the bold and creative social media posts confirm that they are value conscious and they don't accept any brand unless it is a real value brand. They have their own celebrities on YouTube channels. And like millennials, they support brands that are socially and environmentally right. And with the propagation of MOOC or massive online open courses, Generation Z appeared to value formal education paths less than previous generations. They are digital natives and they develop practicality like no generation before them. And communicating your offers to them should be based on practicality, logic that suits their lifestyle. Now, Generation Alpha are the youngest cohort, and they are born after the year 2010. Generation Alpha will be the new kids on the block. They are predominantly to millennials, parents, and Generation Alpha followed the footsteps of Generation Z. They are raised by millennials, and their parents are active on social media. They are already seriously submerged in the digital world and all sorts of digital devices all around them. And even though Generation Alpha is technologically mature, they are still children. And there are lots of ethical issues around marketing to children. Nevertheless, if you want to look at what marketing to Generation Alpha in the future might be, we might induct a lot of answers by simply looking at one of the top kidfluencers, whose name is Ryan's Word, who is a 10-year-old young YouTuber who unboxes toys on his 32 million plus subscribers YouTube channel, with some of the videos exceeding 1 billion viewers. Now, I'd like to stop here for the Generation Alpha, but to tell you that the future appears to be bright with this specific cohort. Now, the next concept is about marketing generations. Now, as you start thinking about what every cohort consists of, note that the evolution of marketing has evolved accordingly following the Industrial Revolution and going through the digital revolution. Marketing has evolved from a product-centric approach to a customer-centric approach, followed by a human-centric approach. And then it jumped into digital, from traditional marketing to digital marketing, to the digital shift and the technology-based marketing. Now, marketing 1.0 is mainly a product-centric approach, and the era of where marketers focused on selling products. Products are made with perfection during marketing 1.0 era, and knowing that the market will absorb the product no matter what the price is and no matter what the product specification is, people have relatively no or less choice during these times of marketing 1.0. And at the same time, the market was flourishing during this period in every corner of the world. Now, people who have money and have spending power in such a product-driven era, we're actually very happy. And at this period, marketing 1.0 was the only approach to marketing to those people. And some tools of marketing 1.0 include buy one, get one free, discounts, coupons, package deals, free samples, cashback promotions, lifestyle discounts. Now, lifestyle discounts are discounts applied to a particular profession, a particular age group, or a particular demographic, for example, teachers, students, and veterans. Some discounts are occasion-based discounts, like back-to-school offers and back-to-school discounts, Black Fridays, etc. Flash sales and other discounts are marketing 1.0. Now, flash sales create a sense of urgency and scarcity among certain customer base. You motivate them to buy now, or this is the last piece from this lot. You tell them that this is perhaps a limited edition. Vouchers and coupons are another type of marketing 1.0. Joint promotions consist of bundling products or services from each brand into a package and promoting it via the other brands. Radio ads, TV ads, leaflets, brochures, magazines, and newspaper ads. Shopping sprees. Shopping sprees is like, for example, Enter to Win. It's a contest that gives the winner a shopping spree in your store. And bundles, referrals, discounts, all of these are other forms of marketing 1.0. If you have been performing any of these mentioned marketing and advertising methods, you are being product-centric, and you are conducting 1.0 marketing. Now, for marketing 2.0, it came following the marketing 1.0, and it developed into the era where where the marketing became customer-oriented, in which it's no longer acceptable to create whatever product you want to sell to the market. And customers relatively stopped paying any price for any product that was offered for them in the market. So in this era, marketers started researching the market, mapping the market, and understanding the segmentation of the market. And after they started discovering segments, they went on to creating the product that fits each segment. And this way, they can ensure that the product they develop will be successful when they launch it. And some tools of marketing 2.0 include, for example, free shipping, free delivery, or 100% satisfaction guarantee, or money back guarantee, best price guarantee, lifetime guarantee, 1 year full guarantee, free trial guarantee, try before you buy it. One good practice for try before you buy it are Warby Parker. Warby Parker, a well-known American online retailer, allows its customers to select 5 or 4 frames or sunglasses to test out for 5 days. Shipping and returns are taken care of, and you can easily mix and match between styles for men and for kids and for women. Return policies are other types of marketing 2.0. Phone orders, returning customer discounts, loyalty cards, and loyalty discounts programs. CRM and customer relation management are specific practices that emerged during the marketing 2.0 era and period. Support centers also started emerging in the marketing 2.0 period of time. Now, marketing 3.0 is the type of marketing that, if while 1.0 is product centric and 2.0 is more functional, the marketing 3.0 is both functional and emotional, and it is rather very spiritual and essentially the ultimate stage to complete the cycle of traditional marketing before jumping into the digital world and the digital type of marketing. Now, marketing 3.0 is about the customer who is a human being, simply interested in more than the product that we have to offer and that we are providing. He has sustainability concerns. He is aware that the world is getting more and more unstable. There are concerns that the planet may run out of resources. Poverty is propagating, water shortage. We have many societal inequalities. So the customer is valuing organizations who have a social responsibility and show that they care not just for the products they are selling, but to understand and preserve the world he is living in. And in a nutshell, marketing 3.0 is caring about making the world a better place to live in. In marketing 3.0, we find tools like data mining and tracking metrics and analytics, social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, SEO, search engine optimization, Google, Yahoo search engine, Pinterest, and Facebook search engines, addressing customer concerns. In marketing 3.0, while in marketing 1.0, we have buy one, get one free. In marketing 3.0, we have buy one, give one free. Again, here, Warby Parker at Warby Parker, they have over 10 million pairs of sunglasses that have been distributed through their buy a pair, give a pair program. And for every pair sold at Warby Parker, a pair of glasses is given for free to someone in need. In marketing 3.0, we have seen the emergence of social or of corporate social responsibility, CSR, and the CSV, the corporate shared value. Corporate shared value is a very common practice to Johnson & Johnson. There's a motto. It says, "Doing good by doing great." The corporate shared value is Professor Michael Porter from Harvard Business School. Fighting social cause is another form of marketing 3.0, creating awareness, advocating, and fighting for specific social related causes. Now, marketing 4.0 is where the shift from traditional to digital marketing occurs. The central aspect to marketing 4.0 is that it supports this new digital era that comprises of working with data. Big data is a key factor in every marketing 4.0 strategy. Marketing 4.0 consists of taking care of the human and societal concerns of customers in a transparent marketing strategy that is characterized by high accessibility and constant communication with users that is made possible through the digital technology. In a marketing 4.0 campaign, marketers should know how to listen to the market and have a proactive attitude while maintaining a social and economic commitment and building customers' offers while understanding and respecting security and privacy. Marketing 4.0 offers us an immense amount of options and the connections between users and organizations, as well as between cultures. From both primary and secondary data sources available through online tools, we can join concerns and solve problems in a way that reshapes the whole concept of traditional marketing. And this new concept consists of a customer community where the traditional linear approach of manufacturer or company to consumer does not exist. And through intimate interactive digital technology, customers have a more direct influence on the company's branding process. And while the role of the customer in previous approaches was very important, but was influenced by marketing to decide on which products to buy and use, in Marketing 4.0, it has provided the customer additional power to engage and influence other customers and affect their buying decisions, as well as engage in the process to building the brand. And marketers employ digital activities, both online and offline, using customer journey mapping tools. And in doing so, actual customer experiences are employed to gauge and adjust certain operational aspects of an online business or a brand. So Marketing 4.0 makes it mandatory to companies to dig deep into what stimulates and motivates customers. Among the new trends and tools that help us bring this whole concept of Marketing 4.0 in practice, we find social shopping and optimizing your website to multiple devices: computers, laptops, mobile tablets, wearables. In Marketing 4.0, reviews and feedback are something very important. Websites, web blogs, social media, mobile apps, high connectivity across networks, new customer path. We started tracking touch points in Marketing 4.0. And other trends of Marketing 4.0 also include voice searches and commands like Siri or Alexa. We have seen the emergence of automation in Marketing 4.0, processes and services that are automated, from emails to chatbots and so on. Now, in Marketing 4.0, technology is pretty basic. But when we move on to Marketing 5.0, we will apply advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence, AI. It's where Marketing 5.0 becomes far more superior than Marketing 4.0 and the eras before. Marketing 5.0, we say that marketers should focus on enhancing the customer experience through what we call the next tech, or the next technology, which is a series of human mimicking technologies that enable marketers to somehow replace aspects and specific aspects of the buyer touch point with digital touch points. And this with Marketing 5.0, it completes the entire pentalogy of Marketing X.0 series. And Marketing 5.0 is materialized against the background of, from one side, the three major challenges that the previous marketing generations could not solve, and that are the generation gap, the prosperity and polarization from one side, and from the other side, we had the digital divide. Now, the generation gap appeared because this is the first time during the Marketing 5.0 in history that the 5 distinct generation cohorts share the same market, while they have different characteristics. And polarization also emerged and appeared as a result of inequalities and imbalanced wealth distribution that increased during the past couple of decades. The digital divide also exists because some of the people who believe that digital can bring solutions to those challenges, and people who don't believe in digital and look at it as a threat that will replace their jobs in the future. So the purpose of Marketing 5.0 is to combine traditional to digital marketing using high touch and connectivity and creation of content and the technology of hashtag. Now, the tools used in Marketing 5.0 are all about the technology like artificial intelligence, AI, Internet of Things, IoT, virtual reality, VR, NFT, and metaverse, tracking, mapping, and optimizing touch points throughout the customer experience, NLP, natural language processing. NLP isn't a new concept. It is an artificial intelligence technology that allows machines to communicate with humans. It's the technology that enables Siri and Alexa to understand your questions and Google to provide relevant search results, even when you misspell a few words. Now, with this final note, I complete the presentation. But before we jump into the discussion and the Q&A session, we would like you, and for those who still haven't filled the Google form that we've emailed to you this afternoon, and our colleague Ali shared at the, or should have shared at the beginning of the presentation, we want you to take a few minutes, 5 minutes or so to fill it, and then I'll try to discuss the outcomes.
دكتور انا بعتها على هلا الشات بوكس اللي ما عملها اذا بدكم افتحوها وبركي بتعبوها للفورم بليز.
أنا بدي أستغل هيدي الدقيقة تقول ثانك يو لرودي وناصر الشملي يلي هن كانوا معنا كسبيكرز قبل، وعم بيكونوا دايما عم يحضروا كل المحاضرات تبعنا. بس حبيت أشكرهم إنه هن هيدي عبرة لكل التلاميذ، إنه حتى لو كنتوا سبيكرز بعدين مش غلط إنكم تتسمعوا لغيركم، تشوفوا المحاضرات الثانية، تشوفوا الناس شو عم تعطي lectures. Thank you Mr. Nasser, thank you Mrs. Rudy، وبالعكس هيدا الشيء نحن كثير بنقدره. وبدي اقول بعد شغله صغيره، كل الاشخاص بيقدروا يشوفوا من اليوم ليكتشر على اليوتيوب، وكل الليكتشرز اللي قدام ما صاروا موجودين على اليوتيوب رح نبعث لكم اللينك بعد ما تخلص المحاضره. نتمنى من الكل يعمل لايك على الفيديوز، سبسكرايب للشانل تبعنا، ونحن يعني هلا بلشنا نكون اكتف اكثر على اليوتيوب شانل، سو نتمنى انكم كمان تشوفوا باقي الفيديوز، فيها مقابلات تلفزيونيه تبع الجمعيه، وفيها المحاضرات الثانيه يلي قبل ما نبلش بهذه المحاضرات اكيد. ثانك يو. نحن بعد دقيقة رح يبلش دكتور ناكوزي ومستر علي يناقشوا البول اللي بعثوا لكم إياها لحتى تعبوها. بتمنى إنه الكل يبقى معنا لحتى نشوف شو النتيجة اللي كانت ويناقشها معنا دكتور جيلبert ناكوزي.
Okay, before I start commenting on the results, I would like to make a statement or prefer you know that I am a great fan of specialized practices in eye care, like contact lens practitioners and low vision pediatrics and other types of specialized practices. I am also a proponent of a principle that many optometrists know, that is the Pareto principle, or 80-20 rule that many optometrists also use in the eye care business. And the 80-20 rule states that 80% of your profit is generated by 20% of your customers. So you want to know which 20% group of people brings the most profit, and you want to stick to it in order to provide specialized services to them. And for the first question, that is what patient group is most common in your practice, I'd like to add a note here. If you answered, now the majority answered the third choice, but if you answered age group that is between 57 and 76, it means that most of your patients are baby boomers. You want to be employing marketing tools like buy one, get one free, vouchers, coupons, TV ads, flash sales, and all the tools that are employed in marketing 1.0. These are the tools that baby boomers respond to the most. And remember that baby boomers are loyal to brands. They afford to pay brands. And all the other characteristics of this generation, you want them to take them into consideration to craft the perfect marketing campaign. You want to offer your baby boomer customers branded progressives, for example, and progressive lenses and multifocals, but be careful. If you try to shift your patient to another brand, he may not accept it, or he may reject it. So they are very brand sensitive baby boomers. If you answered, like for example here, I think 1/5 of the participants, they have answered the age group 42 to 57. It means that most of their patients are from Generation X. They want to be employing marketing tools related to marketing 2.0. And those patients mostly respond to text messages. They view your online ads, but will not buy online. If you try to push online marketing to this type of or this cohort, you will not receive high conversion to online shoppers and online buyers. But if you try to communicate messages to them through text messaging, emails, you will have a higher response from them. If you answered like the other 1/5 of the participants answered the third option, which is age between 26 and 41, it means that your most of your patients are Generation Y and millennials. And you want to be focusing on employing marketing tools related to marketing 3.0 generation. For example, if you want to get rid of your extra colored contact lenses inventory, a buy one, get one free is a silly proposal to millennials, because they have their social concerns, and you may want to employ buy one, give one free instead. And in this way, you show your customers and you show this cohort and this generation that you are addressing their social concerns, and as an organization, you are pretty worthy of their trust. And if you answer the age section, which is between 13 and 25, it means that most of your patients are Generation Z, and you want to be focusing on employing marketing tools related to marketing 4.0. You want your practice to rank first in the Google search engines. You want to be on top of the page. You have to rank first in the Facebook search engine, Pinterest, and Yahoo. You want your website to be optimized to search engines, and your website must be user-friendly and optimized also across all the digital devices, computers, laptops, tablets, and especially mobile phones, because this cohort and this generation prefer shopping using their phones and mobile phones. And if most of your patients are, because no one has already tackled the age 0 to 12, but sooner or later you will have an experience with this cohort. And age 0 to 12, or this is the Generation Alpha, you want to specialize in this specific cohort to make your practice the most profitable as a market for the future. And you want to craft your marketing campaign accordingly. Now, for this generation, the Generation Alpha, there is a concept for collecting customer insights. Now, the insight consists of determining and defining three parts of the customer: the user, the buyer, and the payer. You have to have answers for all three of them, especially for Generation Alpha. And this insight is very important in this generation, as the child is the user of the product, but the buyer are usually his parents, and the payer for the product could be his parents, or it could be a third-party payer. And in this case, you get different insights from and different forms of insight from everyone. So you want to craft your marketing strategy accordingly based on those insights you get from the three parts of the user, the buyer, and the payer. So if you want to specialize, which is something I encourage, you can build upon these insights. However, if you want to grow and have a flourishing business independent of a specific specialization or specific generation, and you are looking for significant growth, which I also encourage and I rather prefer, you want to reach a certain point where ultimately you master all 5 marketing generations, from 1.0 to 5.0, and even what will come after 5.0, because we still don't know what the future hides. And in this case, you need to keep few recommendations in mind. If you are currently a, let's say, a marketing 3.0 practice or less, think of, and you are thinking of jumping from marketing 3.0 to 5.0. You want to climb step by step. So you want to either stay where you are and market or do specific marketing to a specific niche, or progress forward one step at a time. Never try to jump directly to 5.0 marketing. Jumping directly into any marketing generation without having mastered the previous generation is a waste of time and a waste of money and business. Besides, you cannot be good at marketing 3.0, for example, without basically having a good product and being good at serving customers, and you can't be good at engaging customers in a marketing 4.0 stage and pushing them towards co-creating value and new products without having a good product in the beginning, and without being good at servicing customers, and without being good at building great relations with customers. Now, that is for me everything I have to give you as insights about the questions and the presentation. And I would like also to hear your questions before we try to call it a day. Ali, you have the microphone.
Yes. في سمر بس رافعة ايدها انه مش بعطي شيء question على اذا حدا عنده اسئله يبعث على الشات او يبعث لي برايفت لحتى نساله دكتور جيلبر.
اذا بدكم اسئله بالعربي كمان ما في اي بروبلم.
بدي اعذبكم اللي عم يرفعوا ايديهم بس يبعثوا لي على او يبعثوا برايفت على الشات بوكس او يبعثوا على انه على الكل لحتى نسال. هي المحاضره كثير مهمه لحتى نعرف كيف بدنا نقسم خاصه اللي فاتحين بزنسز بيعرفوا كان عم يحكي دكتور جيلبير كيف، لانه غير البراكتس غير ما تكون الواحد بعده على القلم والورقه. في هذه سائل what is the best generation market to start our practice with?
You should start by building the best product, which is marketing 1.0. It's very easy to start with the generation of baby boomers. يعني فيكم تبلشوا بالكبار بالعمر، سهل تقنعون، لانه هيدا جيل كان الماركتينج بوقتها انه عليك انت تجيب البست برودكت بالماركت وفي طلب عليه وبيقتنعوا فيه بسهوله، يلي هو ماركتينج 1.0. بقت ما بقي صار في مع الوقت كونسيرنز مختلفه مع كل جنريشن، صارت تجي جديد، صاروا ينموا الكونسيرنز، وصار الفاكتورز والكرايتيريا بدك تاخذها بعين الاعتبار صارت تزيد. بطلوا يقتنعوا بالاشياء الفيري بيزك انه في عندنا حاجه، في عندنا نيد، وفي عندنا برودكت بيغطيها. صارت الاشياء شوي اكثر كومبلكس مثل ما شفتوا بالسكند جنريشن والماركتينج 2.0. صاروا اكثر بحاجه ل good CRM و good relationship between a customer and the supplier. وبالمرحله الثالثه بالماركتينج 3.0 صرنا اكثر بحاجه تنهتم بالانفايرمنت اللي موجود فيه هالبيشنت والبراكتيشنر. صرنا مش بس بحاجه انه نعطيه a good product، مش بس نعامله معامله منيحه a good servicing، بس صرنا بحاجه كمان نهتم بالسوسايتي وبالانفايرمنت وكيف نحافظ على sustainable environment. ومن هونيك انتقلنا على شيء اسمه من traditional marketing لdigital marketing. ووقت فتنا على الديجيتال ماركتينج صار في كمان كونسيرنز جديده، صار في ديجيتال ديفايد. في عالم بدها تعمل ديجيتال ماركتينج، في عالم بتلاقي حلول موجوده بالتراديشنال ماركتينج. سو الماركتينج صارت وظيفته هونيك انه بنميل يقنع على التراديشنال ماركتينج انه هذه جنريشن جديده تنعمل ماركتينج وهيدي بتحل المشاكل القديمه، ومن ميل تاني بعده هو مش متأقلم مع التكنولوجي اللي بين ايديه ومش عم يعرف كيف بده يخلق التاتش بوينتس الجديد اللي بيرسي عليها الكاستمر، وين بيقدر يعمل له تراكنج وكيف بيقدر بيلحقه. من هون كنا ننتقل على ال 5.0. كل نيو جنريشن بدك تتخيلوا بتتأقلم اكثر مع الماركتينج اكس بوينت او اللي هو ليفل اعلى. هيدي اذا بدكم in a nutshell.
في حدا كمان سائل does it apply to wholesale as well؟
It depends اكيد. هيدي هلا نحن اتجهنا بسوشيال ثيوري، انطلقنا من سوشيال ثيوري. ايه اكيد it applies for wholesale اكيد. يعني اليوم وانس بنحكي سوسيولوجي عم نحكي بذات الوقت anthropology. سو في عندنا two dimensions. في dimension at the individual level يعني one to one بين كل شخص وشخص، وفي societal dimension كمان بذات الوقت مثل central tendency معينه بتركب بالسوسايتي. سو ايه كمان بتمشي على الهولسيل بشكل طبيعي.
بعد حدا عنده أسئلة ولا في حدا كمان سائل what do you think is the best strategy to attract customers in special situation like the economic crisis happening in Lebanon without decreasing prices؟
Which type of customers؟ في حدد أكثر ولا؟
يلا ناطر بس يردوا. بهالوقت كمان في حدا do you think it will have disadvantages some places؟
disadvantage in some places ما في وضح كمان أكثر، ما مش مفهوم السؤال.
بالسؤال اللي قبله especially للcontact lens buyers.
contact lens buyers أكيد ما لازم ينزل أسعار even in this current situation. لأنه إذا لاحظتوا بكل الكونفرنس كل شيء له علاقة بالبرايس هو بالماركتينج 1.0. والماركتينج 1.0 مثل ما قلنا بيتأثر فيه أكثر شيء البيبي بومرز. سو ما لها طعمة تلعبوا بالبرايسز تبعوا الكونتاكت لانسز بالوقت الكونتاكت لانسز الماجوريتي تبعيتها هن ميلينيالز والجنريشن اكس. سو ما حيتجاوبوا معكم اذا نزلتوا السعر. مش انه اذا السعر غالي عليهم they cannot afford ووطيتوا السعر بيصيروا يشتروا، لا. اذا ما معهم مصاري ما بيشتروا، واذا معهم بس يصير معهم مصاري بيشتروهم. هالنوع من البرودكتس بدكم تنتبهوا على الشغله. الماركتينج بالنسبه لل 2.0 وال 3.0 هو اكثر ريليتد على الريليشن شيب اللي بينكم بين المريض. وانس بتنزلوا السعر هاي الريليشن شيب بتتدهور، لانه بيفقدوا التراست من ناحيه الكونتاكت لانسز عم نحكي. وكمان لها علاقه بالقديش انتم عندكم كونسيرن على السوسايتي حواليه. يعني مثلا مثل ما حكينا بالسوشيال ماركتينج اول شيء انه انتم بدكم تاثروا على بطريقه بوزيتيف ونيجاتيف على البيهيفير تبعوله. eat healthy drink healthy هالقصص. انا بفضل تسوقوا الكونتاكت لانسز لهالتايب من الجنريشن بالنصايح اللي بتعطون اياها. يعني بدل ما تقولوا له انه انت you cannot afford contact lenses فيكم تقولوا له فيك تتوجه على الاوبتيكال فريمز، صحي اكثر، ما بتضطر تلبس لانتي اكثر من وقتها اذا مفروض تغيرها على الجمعتين ما بتحط حالك بسيتويشن انه ممكن تلتهب عينك او تعمل مشاكل لعينيك. انا شخصيا بفضل تنتقل على الاوبتيكال فريمز. هيدي طريقه انه تقدروا، هي اوبشن تعطوه اياها، وبتكون هو بيقتنع فيها لانه هو الكونسيرن تبعه له اكثر بيزد على السوشيال ماركتينج بهالقصص.
السؤال اللي أرجع أوضحه: everything has advantage and disadvantage, so I would like to know your point of view regarding this topic.
which topic؟ ما عرفت.
السؤال يمكن مش كتير واضح. مش كلير. ميرسي كتير دكتور، يعني محاضرة كتير مهمة. مثل ما قلت إنه نحن خاصة اللي عنا محلات لحتى نعرف كيف ما نتوجه نعمل تارجت سيجمنت للسيجمنتيشن للماركت تبعنا. و ميرسي كتير، ثانك يو للحضور. أمير إذا بتحب تضيف شيء.
بس بدي اشكر دكتور ناكوزي، وبدي اشكرك علي على هيدي المحاضرة الرائعة. مثل ما بنعرف انه مش كل الناس بتحب البزنس، مش كل الناس بتحب الماركتينج، وتحديدا الاشخاص اللي فاتوا اوبتومتري لانه مفكرين اكثر كلينيكال. فممكن ببعض المطارح يشوفوا اللكتشرز البزنس شوي ثقيله عليهم او شوي صعبه، بس انا باكد لكم هيدي اللكتشرز كثير مهمه لحتى انتم تديروا البزنس تبعكم. ثانك يو دكتور جيلبert لوقتك، ثانك يو على المعلومات القيمه اللي اعطيتنا اياها. بدي اشكرك،
ميرسي للكل.
بدي اشكر مجلس بصريات دول الشرق المتوسط مره ثانيه على هيدي على دعمه بسلسله المحاضرات. وبدي اذكركم انه الاسبوع القادم من نهار الجمعه هي اخر محاضره رح نعطيها بالسلسله الاولى. رح نتوقف لمده شهر، خلال شهر رمضان ان شاء الله بينعاد على الجميع بخير وسلامه. ومن بعد رمضان رح نبلش بسلسله جديده. السلسله الجديده رح تكون عناوينها مختلفه اكثر، رح نحكي بالاوفتالميك ايمجينج، رح نحكي اكثر ديزيزز، رح نحكي اكثر امور كمان بتحب الطلاب. وتحديدا موضوع الايمجينج اللي هو مش كثير عم يتدرس بقلب المدارس، بقلب الجامعات عفوا. ف بتمنى انكم تسجلوا بالمحاضره الثانيه نهار الجمعه. وكرمال السيرتيفيكتس مثل ما شفتوا في ناس صارت عم توصلوا من الناس بعد، نحن عم ندقق بكل الاسماء وعم نبعث الشهادات تباعا لشخص يعني 1 باي 1. فتحملونا شوي، وان شاء الله من هلا لاول رمضان كل الشهادات بتكون موجوده عندكم. ثانك يو، يعطيكم الف عافيه.